This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted to be joined by WBO cruiserweight champion of the world, Lawrence Okolie. I like how you still smile every time I introduce you as world champion. And you're not worn off yet?
Nah, not yet. That's good. Thanks, yeah.
How you doing, Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Very well. Yeah, the rib's actually doing okay. Luckily, I've got quite a few layers of protection down here, so we're doing okay. Thanks very much for that. We're down here at the new McGuigan's gym in London. Yeah, you like it down here?
Yeah. So it's not too long a walk or not too long a journey to get here, and it's good. It's obviously showing me a different side. You know, I have to show a bit more self-discipline and stuff like that with getting to bed on time and all the other stuff because I live quite close to this gym. So it's good. I like the space. It's big. Lots of room to shadow box and all the other stuff. And there's other boxes in the gym, so it's good.
You're gonna miss the digs that you had down at University of Kent. Everybody kind of mucking in together?
Yeah, no, that was good, but obviously I prefer my own bed and my own setup, do you know what I mean? But, it's still got a place in my heart. Okay, well, so you're back in gym now. We were waiting for an announcement on an August the 28th card a while back. You're now not on that card. By all accounts, we're waiting for an announcement for you to box on Joshua Usyk, undercard September the 25th. Does that bother you at all? Kind of any difference, obviously, having a little bit more time to prepare? That's one good thing, a bit more time to prepare and stuff like that. But, we're always in the gym. For me, like, through boxing, I realised, not to get too caught up on the date until it's officially announced because stuff changes and chops and, whatever. So I'm just happy to still be able to box and be world champion. And so I'm going to go and enjoy.
Okay, I just want to recap of this past weekend. You were down at Fight Camp, as was I, for a couple of stable mates that were out. First off, we'll start in your division. Chris Billam-Smith, close fight with Tommy McCarthy, but won the British and European and obviously added to his Commonwealth titles. What did you make of the fight? Yeah,
it was a good fight, really good, entertaining fight. Back and forth, round by round, really weird. Like no one really got a full control of multiple rounds. It was always one, the other, whatever. So it was really good, entertaining fight. I did feel like Chris's jab was really the main factor in the middle, middle of their exchanges. His proper jab to the stomach, proper jab to the chest. So I felt like he was controlling the real estate in the ring and the sort of pace of the fight. So that's why I was kind of giving him rounds. But at the same time, it was obviously close because I wasn't smiling the whole way through. But yeah, good fight.
You weren't smiling the whole way through, but I was sat on the opposite side of the ring and I could hear some of the instructions that you were shouting out. Can you remember what you were saying?
Bits and bobs, but I don't know if he could hear it because he wasn't doing it. But, he's his old man and, him and Shane have their own, game plans and stuff like that. But, just work the jab and, graft because at points you could see that Tommy was up and down in terms of he would fade, come back, fade. So in the times where he dips, you have to put it on him properly. But he was rushing the shots and stuff like that. But as I said, I'm happy for him, and it's not about critiquing his performance. He won, British, Commonwealth, European belts. That's something I never had all the belts at one time. I won them all individually, but still, it was good.
Say, not here to critique his performance, but of course you know him as well as anybody. Done numerous rounds with him, you share a camp with him. Overall, do you think that was the best version of Chris Billam-Smith? Do you think he can see some improvements?
No, definitely. I feel like, without saying too much, I think that he didn't respect Tommy's power, going into the fight. So at the end of the first round, I thought he was dominating the first round, the majority of it, and I thought, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Then bang, he gets caught with a massive shot at this, and when you're not expecting to be in there with someone who can punch, sometimes you take silly risks, you walk forward with your hands down, and you get caught. So I think that's what happened. And then, after that, it kind of swayed. Okay, him having to, box his way in for the next couple of rounds and whatever else. So, yeah, I think that there's more to come from him. If he was boxing someone, he probably rated a bit more who'd do it.
Elsewhere on the card, of course, we saw Anthony Fowler return to the ring as well, a few days after becoming a father. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did well. I was watching it. The thing that annoys me about Fowler is he's so good on the jab, good on combinations, but sometimes he just gets a bit like, I'm going to end this now. It was still good. Obviously, I know him personally and know what was going on outside of the ring, so he did well to put in such a good performance off the back of that. But now I know, with this fight coming up, he's going to be super motivated. He's always trains hard, so I'm excited for it. It's a big step up and a big opportunity, and that's one that he knows, so I'm looking forward to the camp for him.
It is a big step up against Billam-Smith, something that you've done in your career, as several other fighters in this gym. Take good fights at good times and good opportunities while they're there. That being said, it is a sizable step up from who he's boxed so far. What does he need to do against Billam-Smith that we potentially haven't seen him do yet as a pro?
Just stay consistent, I think, through the rounds, because I believe that Billam-Smith, no matter, I've watched one of his interviews, no matter what he says, is still another human being in the ring there with you who can punch and is an Olympian and has his own aspirations and stuff like that, because Liam's talking like it's a walk in the park kind of thing, and it's not. So I think what he, being Anthony, has to do is stay consistent through the rounds, so his jab will be a problem for Liam. Liam has a really good tight guard and pops shots off his hands up, and he's good at whipping shots in the middle of exchanges, and I like Billam-Smith's style. So I believe Anthony has to be really consistent with the jab, taking the distance away from him, coming back in like basically almost outboxing Liam and not turning it into like a war of attrition, which is something that Anthony likes to do. So I think he has to box.
Do you think he'll be motivated by the fact that, Liam said there that he said he's going to go for him like a knife through butter, but a lot of people are, I say, writing Anthony off. They have him as a significant underdog in the fight. Do you think he'll be motivated by that?
I don't think it matters to him, really, and it shouldn't matter what other people think or what Liam says. Ultimately, they have to get in the ring, and no matter what you say, you have to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? But you'd see why, because Liam's a former world champion, been in there with top-tier position, and he still sees himself at that level and going to go back up to that level. So, for him, I think he's almost, I don't want to say overlooking, because I'm sure he'll train hard, but long story short, I'm focused on Anthony and Anthony winning.
Last one from the card at the weekend, somebody else who you know well, your 258 stablemate, Campbell Hatton, went to 3-0 as a professional. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, it was good. He's getting better. Obviously he's still quite young and inexperienced, and you have to obviously give him time to develop. But he's got a good natural grit, and he's up for really good body shots. So he's someone that they need to take their time, work with, and he'll go on and do good stuff.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, we all saw the photo of yourself and Daniel. It was the first spar in the new gym. Not a bad spar to get things kicked off down at McGuigan's gym. How much have you enjoyed working with him now he's become part of the stable?
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. I think it's really good for me personally, because it's an opportunity to be in there with someone who punches hard enough or harder than me. So it's, I have to show other skill sets. Not saying I only focus on power punching, but I have to, show defensiveness, being switched on the whole time, and also, showing him it's good for him in the sense that you can't just like punch away through everyone. There's obviously little tricks and stuff that I'll be able to do, and so he learns through me, and then I obviously learn through him. So the moment he gets past a couple things, I have to add another thing on, and vice versa. So I really like it. I think he's one of the best young prospects in the world. He's only 23, which is shocking. Big, strong puncher. So yeah, I like it.
You've spoken openly about the improvements that you've made under Shane McGuigan. We've all seen it in the ring. How much do you think Shane will improve Daniel? Yeah,
quite a bit, and it's obviously nerve-wracking for myself because I have to spar him. Do you know what I mean? So I see the stuff when they're hitting the pads and bags. I'm looking over like, Shane, that's enough. But it is good. It is good. Obviously for me, as soon as I'm in the gym with people, and afterwards, I want to see them do well. Do you know what I mean? So he's someone I want to see do well. He trains hard. He puts the graft in. So, good luck.
Final one on you, 7 weeks away from your first defence as world champion. Said it again there, world champion. I was already like the little smile that comes up anyway. Excited for that? Obviously, you've made no secret of the fact that you won the WBO title, which is of course a massive achievement in itself. But you're not finished there. Excited for your first defence as world champion?
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. But for me, I kind of take it as I'm not world champion on that day. I'm going to fight again because it's almost like Russian roulette. Of course, I have the capability to control a lot more, but you walk into the ring as a champion, but then as soon as the bell goes, it's up for grabs. Whoever deserves it that day will win it. So for me, I'm excited I think it'll be my first time actually defending a belt. I mean, I did defend against Camacho, but it'll be my first time walking in as a champion and trying to leave as a champion, you know. So I'm looking forward to it.
And just lastly, a couple of weeks away from another person you know very well, Joshua Boazzi returning to the ring against Ricard Bolotniks, which I think is a tough fight, certainly compared to some of the opposition that Josh has faced so far. What do you make of that one? Yeah,
it's a great fight. You know, I watched Mr. B. He's showed improvement as well. Like, I watched a few of his fights. Really good. I really like him. I think it's a good style for Boazzi as well, because Boazzi, I think a lot of people haven't seen him. Like, I've seen him in the gyms and seen him sparring and, you know, in amateurs and stuff. When it's time for a tear up, I think that's when he's at his absolute best. So it'll be good, and I think that's exactly what Mr. B is going to be able to bring out of him, because he comes in tight, pops a good jab, not afraid to exchange at any time. He believes in himself, short and compact. So it means, you know, he's going to be heavy-handed in short distance. So it's a great opportunity for Boazzi to test himself, look good before that step to like world level.
Okay, well, Lawrence Okolie, always a pleasure catching up with you. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social, and I'll see you soon.
Cheers.